Hey, happy Sunday. By now, you're probably tired of hearing about my move. But in my devotional today is my favorite quote, and that favorite quote is by Henry David Thoreau. And it's when one moves confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to live the life they imagined, they will experience unexpected success in common hours. And as I walked into the home that I just knew in my heart that it was going to be my home, and we looked through it and decided we were going to make an offer on it, as I turn around and walk out the door, over the door jamb is that quote. It was just so awesome. But let me read the devotional here from one of these days. I'm going to get this right, from Fruitful Leadership. I have watched this particular quote play out in my life and in the lives of many over and over. And you know, the interesting thing about this, the cool part, is we don't have to have all the details about the direction we're taking. We just have to move forward in that direction to experience success. Sometimes we must move in the direction that God wants us to go before we get the blessing. Waiting can fall into the category of unbelief or disobedience. Me? The Israelites had to move toward the Red Sea before it parted. Abraham had to leave his native country and cruise to wherever God pointed him before he got the blessing. The priest had to step in the Jordan at flood stage with the ark before the waters piled up so they could cross over into the promised land. I remember one fight that Dennis, my husband, and I had way back when we were working in the restaurant together. This is when I used pouting to get my point across. The ever familiar script, you know, where the husband asks what's wrong, to which the wife replies in that caustic tone, nothing. Yeah. Well, we were fairly new Christians at the time. After a couple of days of this silent treatment, where I was sure that I just didn't love him anymore, I heard the Lord say to me, go and hug him. Hug him? Hug him? I wanted to slap him. What are you talking about? And after about 5 minutes of this inner struggle and continued argument with the Lord, I don't want to. That's a crazy idea. What are you thinking, God? I hugged him. And the love that welled up in me at that time was almost overwhelming. And I can testify that that love didn't come from me. Needless to say, fight over. Similarly to marriage, work presents many opportunities for disagreements. Well, since every person views events and circumstances through their own filters and perspectives, there are times when it is really best to hug than continue a disagreement. So something to think about for you today. Is there a direction that God would like you to move into? If so, what is it? And where can you take a step forward without waiting for a prompt? Something to think about today. I hope you have a great Sunday, great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow.